Heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, older than old Woco without them knobbly knees. Country roads, take us home. Here, Futu, I've got some news for you. Now listen up, don't say I've said whatever you do, because keep it under your hat. It's kind of official Securities Act, so don't say I've said. I've just been going by the Old Bailey earlier today, Vootube viewers, I have. Just been going by, minding my own bleeding business on my electric bleeding scooter, and who did I see going into the court in your Old Bailey, up in your London town? Who did I see? I'm going to put you out of your misery right now, Vootube viewers. Only your Baldy Barry. Yes, they bloody arrested him at last, haven't they? They've arrested him and they're hauling his arse up in front of the Old Bailey. Yeah, he's up in front of the bleeding beak. Not before time, I might add as well, Vootube viewers. Yes, crimes to humanity. That's what he should be done for. Bloody bloke. Anyway, that's a bit of good news. Now, yeah, all we need is Boris up there, don't we, old Dorisovski? Yes, they can shift his arse up the Old Bailey as well. Mind you, he'd probably like his arse shifted up the Old Bailey, old Boris, you know what I mean? Capiche, say nothing though. So anyway, here, I speak as I find, don't I? You know me, I don't mince my words. I call a spade, I don't muck about, do you know what I mean? Basically, he's a shithead. Any old Doris is a shithead. He was up the other day in front of the old Parliamentary Commons Party Committee, thingy bob, tea and biscuits and all, slapping each other's arses. And apparently, when he was having a party up there the other year in the lockdown, loads of people died and all those kids got beaten to death by their abusers, he didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't do nothing. Vootube foods. Well, his bleeding thought as thick as mince, isn't it? Here, and there's another thing as well. Don't say I've said. Can you see I'm still transitioning? I am. I've got my trousers on. Because my doctor said, if you want to transition, Gertie Rude, you've got to live like a man for at least a year. I said, fair dues. I said, but I want a penis. She said to me, they all say that, Gertie. But, I mean, I can't be a man without a penis, can I? Vootube viewers. Am I going to get away with saying penis? Or shall I just say cock? I don't know. But anyway, so what I'll do, I can do what Rod Stewart used to do once I've transitioned. I'll just roll some socks up, stick it down in front. Do you know what I mean, Capiche? And I've transitioned, you see? Yes, I have. And now I can go around the place beating up people. Yes, I can. Like in what's her name? Posie Parker. Yes. She went down to New Zealand. I've got all the news and gossip, but you mustn't say I've said. Don't let on it was me. Do you know what I mean? I'll get myself in trouble. I like to keep my nose clean. But anyway, so, like you do, that's not only Baldy Barry. So where was I? Yes, Posie Parker. She got herself down to New Zealand, which isn't really new, and it's not really Zealand, is it? Because Zealand's in your bleeding Dutch land, isn't it? So anyway, she was down there, and she was just advocating for people to have, equal rights and let women speak and everything. And she got beaten up by a load of geezers, didn't she, in frocks? Yes, she did. And for a change, it wasn't Jatinder Hartwell, because that doesn't make a change, because it's usually her in it, really, to be honest. She's got the biggest Adam's apple going on Jatinder, and she has. She had her ass kicked out the door. I mean, basically, the globalists finished with her. So she was out the door, and nobody wants her around anymore. And to be fair, she's yesterday's woman. In fact, she's probably last year's woman. And that wasn't before time either, was it, Vootube viewers? No, it bloody well wasn't. You watch how fast she gets herself up and becomes one of them globalists up there with your claw snob. Probably with her todger. Nashers, todgers. You know what I mean. He deserves it. I don't feel sorry for him, fuck him. So anyway, yes, Jatinder's gone. And it turns out that New Zealand is a lefty bleeding nightmare place, it is. It's like that Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, you know the end bit with all the gargoyles and the mutants and everything, and they're all beating up Aslan and everything, this, that and the other, and it's an analogy of how Christ was crucified, but I don't know, to be honest, it was just a book. But they remind me of that, because they're all bleeding nuts. I mean, you've got these big old geezers, right, and they've got tits bigger than me, and they've got a frock on, they've got a full beard and moustache, Vootube viewers, and to be honest, I am trying, Doctor said I don't need therapy. Not for that, I don't need testosterone. Because she said to me, to be honest, facial hair and you, you're one of a kind, aren't you? So we won't bother giving you any testosterone. Just carry on wearing your trousers, and one of these days you're going to wake up and be a man. So there you go, Vootube viewers. Well, I mean, wakes up. next to a man would be better, but I mean, you know, failing that. If I get a toddler, I'll play with himself, can't I? Come here, you should get me, so I won't be lonely. Any rate, so, do you like my trousers? Do you think I look quite manly? I'm going to flatten my boot. Well, actually, I have flattened them, but it's not a lot I can do. Do you know what I mean? It's me womanly bits. I'm going to be like Baphomet, Bluetooth first. That's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be like, well, I'm going to end up like those bleeding people down in New Zealand beating up your Posie Parker, aren't I, really? And they were, do you know what I mean? They didn't care that she was a woman, because apparently, if you got me and you wear a frock, you get a free pass. You can just hit whoever you want. And it turns out that the police are on your side. Yes, they do. Yeah, listen, that's the sort of thing the police are good at. They're good at that. Facilitating that sort of stuff, you know, hurty tweets, men wearing frocks, nasty words and everything like that. But I mean, you know, kids being beaten to death during the lockdown, stuff like that's a little bit harder, isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah, can't deal with that, can we? No, and other stuff. I mean, let's all look over here, because we don't want to look over there towards Putin, do we? He's just putting a load of bloody warheads to Belarus. And I mean, probably go to hell in a handcart anyway. Because I'll tell you what, the pharmaceutical, wow, they've had their day, haven't they? They've had their cash grab, and it's a military-industrial complex. Yes, it is, vootoo-voers. And if Britain ends up wearing a couple of blooming nuclear warheads, well, I mean, it's all for the good, isn't it, really? That's the way they look at it. I mean, it'll probably improve London. I mean, capiche? You know, set up. Can't tell any difference. I mean, it already looks like a bleeding nuclear bomb's gone off in London under sneaky card, doesn't it? Eh? But anyway, where was I? Yes, so Barry, Baldy Barry, he's up in front of the beak, vootoo-voers. Yeah, and it's a shame he didn't take on, what's her name, with her. What's her name? She's a trans activist as well, isn't she? She wants to emancipate women or some shit, doesn't she, stupid woman? Yeah, and I've heard another thing, and don't say I've said, because this is top secret. Because I heard it second-hand. In other words, listening at doors. So, apparently, now don't quote me on it, apparently she's kicking up because she wants to be on the balcony. She wants to come to the Consternation, and she wants to get herself up on the balcony, vootoo-voers. Have you ever heard anything like it in your life? Someone tell her it ain't bloody Hector's house, you know, vootoo-voers, is it? It's a bloody Consternation. It's a state occasion. I mean, who does she think she bloody well is? She wants to get herself up on the balcony with Baldy Barry. And I'll tell you another thing, and I don't care who knows it, and I'll tell you this for nothing. If you remember, what's his name, Charles I, he got himself on the balcony as well, didn't he? Yes, he did, on Whitehall. Yeah, he's come out of the banqueting hall, stood on the balcony. I think it was an accident, and suddenly his head fell off. Yes! So, I mean, you know, royalty and balconies. Maybe someone should tip him the nod. He should give the balcony a swerve, because you never know. I mean, all things can happen. I mean, as I say, that must have been his great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-granddad or something, Charles I, mustn't it? Because they were all connected, weren't they? They were all connected through, what's her name, Mary Queen of Scots, and that woman from Guise. What was her name? Mary something or other. Was it Virgin Mary? It might have been, actually. I mean, who can tell, because it was a long time ago, wasn't it, vootoo-voers? So there you go. But I thought about it, because there's a lot of people saying, well, they shouldn't go on the bloody balcony. Who do they think they are on the balcony? And I thought, don't be like that, people, because listen up. You know my mate, Manky Maudie? She just lives down off the Kent Road, the old Kent Road. Do you know where I mean? And she's got a bit of a south-facing balcony. Yes, she has. She keeps her Mary Jane plants, tomato plants, you know, the devil's lettuce, as they call it. Yes, she keeps them on her balcony. Anyway, I've emailed her and I said, listen, get rid. Do you know what I mean? Because Baldy Barry and what's her name, Fancy Pants, Smeggany, she wants to come and stand on the balcony, so that's the best we can do. I mean, let them stand down the old Kent Road on Manky Mount Maudie's balcony. Yeah, I mean, we can all be up the mall then, can't we, cheering? Yes, and they could just stand there like, mind you, come to think of it, I don't think that is such a good idea. What if Barry finds her Mary Jane plants? He'll probably be off his bleeding bonnet. He might even fall off the balcony, and you know who they're blamed, don't you, vootoo-voers? You know exactly who they're blamed. It'll be all my bloody fault again, won't it, vootoo-voers? Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. But listen, don't say you sent me. And look on the news to see if they've bunged old Baldy Barry in jail. Because that's where he should be going. Shouldn't he really, vootoo-voers? Anyway, I've got my little dipper, because I like to make out I'm very technological, you know. Yes, I'm up there in the echelons of technology, you know, vootoo-voers. Oh, yes, I am. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. It's not working. Bye. Bye. not bloody working, is it? I tell you what, I think I'm jinxed. That's what I think. I think they've had the Secret Services come in my house, Food Tube viewers. That's what they're trying to stop Gertie Moon's freedom of speech, Food Tube viewers. Oh well. Anyway, I've got to get on because the consternation is consternating, and well, it's all go, 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 and you can't get Chinese stands tuk-tuk for love or money at the moment. So I bought myself an electric scooter. I have. Yes, I just glide down the middle of the road, and well, if I knock people over, fuck 'em. That's how it is, isn't it? Bye, Voodoo. Bye-bye. Bye.